Okay, hello everyone and welcome to the new season of GRS F3 here, but today we're going to be starting out with round 1 at the Yas Marina circuit in Abu Dhabi. Today I'm going to be joined by George in the commentary box and we're going to bring you all the action from this race. Hello.
Oh, hello, Luke.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to this race. Few regulars seem to be making an appearance, and
We got a bunch of new drivers.
some old school drivers like Noodles, Harry Wales, if I'm not confused.
Yeah, Harry Wells. Yeah, we got some old school drivers from races. We got returning drivers from last season. Plenty of people all around, and yeah, I'm sure this is going to be a good race to start us off. Just waiting on 2 people to join the lobby, and then we will be looking good to go. As we're missing a Red Bull and I can't see a Williams. Okay. Let me see if they'll let me invite them. But yeah. There we go, I sent them invites so they should be able to join when they can, but they should be interesting. Let's get the stream switched over to a actual screen so you can see stuff and you can see what's going on. Just let us know if all the stream looks fine and whether you can hear us, if I need to change the volumes or anything, as we're 19 just on the minute, so we're just waiting on one more driver who is running a bit late, it seems. I will check.
That's a good point. If you believe my microphone to be too loud, as I don't regularly commentate, please let me know and I will turn it down straight away.
Should be all good, I think. It'll be what I've got you set on the Discord, so it should be completely fine. Yeah, right, so 19 in, and then we can get ready to go.
Right, I've got technical difficulty. I've got to put my sweet potatoes in the air fryer.
That's alright. Right, so there we go. That is everyone in. Dynamic, realistic, approximate. I'm just checking the lobby settings to make sure they're all good, but they look completely fine. Fantastic. Right, we're 20 of 20. That should be the start call ready to go. Right, so we are now ready enough and getting ready to go into the lobby here.
Done and done.
Nice.
Right, who are your favourites for today? If you could predict a top 3, who are you going for?
Well, I'm going to just go based on what I know, and mainly last season's performance. Carl Mack was second, I believe, in the standing, so he's probably a good shout to definitely be on the podium. So Harry Wells is definitely up there as a contender as well. We've got a few drivers from other leagues that I'll know as well. So you never know. There could be some surprise results here. Oh, well, it won't really be a surprise since we can't really predict anything from the...
My prediction is that Snaper Spin, who has took over from Marza Spin, will be in the wall by lap 10.
Okay, so...
Interesting variation. Abu Dhabi, normally the last race of the season, is actually the first. Mixing it up.
Got a different calendar, yeah. We've got a... Okay.
So I've been doing a little bit of revision, as you might know, Luke, and from what I've been learned, soft tyres will not be used in the race unless there's a very late safety car.
Yeah,
Is that right?
Yeah, I'd agree with that 100%.
Well, anyone that starts on soft will have a great start, but got to get their first quali coming up.
Right, let me get the stream back up. My other screen, so I can just see everything. We're looking good, and we are ready to get this show on the road. Then into the quali session we go, and full grid for today, which is always lovely to see for the first round of the season. Don't need a tyre allocation in quali. Get the telemetry on, and we are good to go. Right, who's going to be first out onto the track here in Abu Dhabi?
This is fantastic for me, being on commentary now after racing with Angry Danish Boy in one league and Noodles, also a former teammate in another, so I can really understand their minds. It'll be interesting to see how they do, how they react to pressure. Yeah, very interesting one today.
First driver out on track is going to be Mitch Nate to kick off the season, which isn't a surprise. He's normally first out on track, as shown a lot last season. So I'm sure Mitch is going to give us a nice opportunity to give you a quick guide to this Abu Dhabi circuit, which is, well, one you normally see towards the end of a calendar season, but as
nice camera
George
angle,
we're changing it up. Yeah, we got a lovely one through turn 4, I want to say that is.
He's really putting some work into those tyres, trying to get them up to temp. It's quite interesting. Normally you need to run quite a bit higher tyre pressures in the qualifying. Or is that Canada?
I think it's just in general. You can normally go like 1 or 2 clicks higher on the pressures just to get that extra bit of load into the tyres during your warm-up lap. And well, Mitch hasn't had the best track record with Abu Dhabi, I can't lie, with racing here.
Well, it's funny you should say that. I managed to catch up with him earlier, and he was saying he was really struggling in practice with his rear grip. So that'll be interesting to see if he can monitor that and keep the car on track. I think today it'll be a big one.
Oh, God, that's him spearing off. Almost into the pit lane.
Simply quite incredible.
He needs to just get back into the pits and out of the way there.
Some may say a skill issue.
Right, so the first driver actually setting the lap is going to be Valentino Orlando. Runs a bit wide into the penultimate corner. He is going to start his lap now. He's got a McLaren right behind him. They might have wanted to leave a bit more of a gap than that. Anyways, into turn 1. Runs it nicely through there. Just, you know, on a banker lap, probably not wanting to push the limits too much. Then flat through turn 3 here as this McLaren.
Oh, Woxy, it's Twitch TV Woxy. He must be fuming. He has to back out of this lap. Why are you following him round?
He's just hit him on a quali lap, I think.
Oh, and there has been drama already.
On the quali lap.
And is that the Williams or the Alpine? It's the Williams, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know why he's done that on a quali lap.
Quite unbelievable. Woxy there should be leaving a lot more room before starting his lap. I can understand that he may be faster, but you got to preempt these things.
Yeah, if you've got a driver in front and they are, you know, a bit slower than you, or they're just taking it easy for their first lap, you never know. You've got to be able to, you know, adhere to what they are doing. You can't just try and overtake them. It's a bit, you know, unsportsmanlike to do something like that. Anyways, on board with the AlphaTauri of Jari Hivari at the moment, currently heading down the second DRS straight here into this sort of extended sweeping hairpin, I'd say. Sort of shaped like a hairpin, and manages to get that really nicely through there. It's looking like a clean lap so far. Into the final sector, using the curb on the inside nicely, and then just keeping the minimum speed up. Ooh, a bit of a slope, but he's caught that well.
He didn't take that exit very wide, which makes me feel like he didn't carry enough speed through the corner.
There's a 24.3 from Harry Wales to start us off. That's a 24.2 from Jari Hivari there to go fastest so far by a 10th. That is a good lap time from him to start the day. Who else have we got out there?
Some markers.
His teammate out on mediums goes P3 on the medium tyres, interestingly.
Oh, AlphaTauri got a strong team this year.
Well, that definitely looks the case off the start here, doesn't it? There's the Ferrari.
Noodles will be happy with that. First league race in half a year. And his first quality lap puts him P2 provisionally.
The Ferrari of Jit and Mender crosses the line. Goes P5 with a 25.4. I think everyone's just probably getting the nerves out of the system. Getting a banker lap on the board is important here. And I think as long as you just get a decent enough time on the board not to be at the back, as watching on board with Harry Pell, he runs wide just before the penultimate corner. And that's going to cause an invalidation.
Snape is back out on a lap.
Oh, and he's...
Oh, I've said that, and he has absolutely binned it.
That's commentator's
Quite
curse.
incredible. You want entertainment, you watch Mitch Snape.
Anyways, we have Louis Dutoit out here in the Alfa Romeo at the moment, currently on a lap. Let's see how the middle sector's looking. It's a 53.8. I have no clue how good that is, I can't lie. But we'll just have to see when he comes up to the line. It's looking like a clean lap so far, which is always good, as well, two drivers have really excelled on the banker lap so far. There's a lot of drivers still yet to reach the line to set a time, as the Alfa Romeo has got a Mercedes just in front here, a bit of traffic. The Mercedes is just going to get reined in front to start the lap, so he's not going to be impeded, and goes P5 with a 25.1 banker, which is about middle of the pack at the moment out of those who have set a lappers. Oh, someone's binned it in turn 3. That is the Ferrari and the Mercedes round as well.
Mr. Snape is about to start another lap, and watching his warm-up is pure entertainment.
We'll have a look, see if you can get it right this time then.
Most people win. Is he going to stay out?
No,
he's pitting again. He's already used 2 pairs of softs.
Ooh, that's a slight...
Who is out?
No, that's unlucky. I can see Callum Pearce in the Mercedes, but he's already knocked the battery off.
Oh. The McLaren of Wuxi is out on an outlap.
I can see a Williams on a lap as well, currently 5.5 seconds up.
Oh,
that
God.
shows that something must have gone wrong on the first lap. Not got much battery left. A lot of people are getting quite low on battery into the final sector, so
I feel like they must be doing their warm-up lap with the ERS on.
I don't know. I can tell that this track definitely is a bit more heavy on the battery, but yeah, people are starting to finish the lap with about 10 to 15%, and that's going to be a 27.6. Moves him up the order quite a lot for now. And I think just getting a time on the board seems to be crucial here. I can't lie. There's a lot of people are struggling to do so far. As we have...
I've noticed a lot of people are taking, I believe it's turn 4, the chicane after the first DRS, in second gear.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Quite incredible.
I mean,
minimal traction.
For us who use, less assists, this will be a lot of people using more assists in this division. And Bjorn is hooking this lap up quite nicely so far.
We won't give any credit to ABS and traction users.
Drops it to first gear through there, interestingly. Manages to get that quite nicely. Has to back off a bit. Carried a bit too much into the corner, but it's not going to cost him too much time. As into the final corner, just missing the apex. As he runs out to the line. That's a 28.2 for Bjorn. So yeah, very wide field spread at the moment, as Karl Mack's back out in the McLaren after the, shall we say, Karl Mack attack on a Williams on a quali lap. Where we get the good jokes in here. The drivers shouldn't get offended. Don't take anything we say too seriously. We're just here to have a bit of fun. As Karl Mack is going to finish his lap, carries a lot of minimum speed through there. It's looking very clean. right on the line, and that's P3 for the McLaren. So I think
Speak
it's
for
going to be quite
yourself,
happy
Mitch.
with him.
I'd like to declare myself the Roy Keane of F1
Mitch has
commentary.
binned it at turn 3.
Oh no.
That's his usual place where he bins it. That's 2 drivers who haven't even got a lap on the board, unfortunately.
Oh, he's full retired.
Yep.
Oh no. The Haas and the Ferrari so far. Not a good week for those Ferrari component cars.
Not a good start, ideally, for them. Although maybe being at the back of the grid could be a blessing in disguise. We'll just have to wait and see.
I mean, I completely agree. Yeah, you're more likely to survive the initial lap.
As we see the Red Bull of Blake Ward currently sitting P5 in this session. He's out on another lap. Let's see if he can get an improvement, taking a very tight line here, trying to maximise as much time as possible. And that's a 10th and a half up for the Red Bull driver.
Noodles is also on a good lap.
There's
Pushing hard through the last sector now. It's on the last 2 corners. Can he take provisional pole? He's gone into 3rd. Bit low for that last corner.
24-0.
Oh, he's took pole. Provisional pole goes to Big Noodle.
We got Blake Ward's just finishing his lap up now. Was improving by quite a bit and loses a bit of time in the final sector, but it is an improvement, putting him right behind the other AlphaTauri driver, who is well, it's a good start for AlphaTauri, I'll say.
Oh, it looks like Skoloin. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Is about on 100% battery, so he might be about to start a lap.
Interesting.
Tyre temps. He's only got his tyres up to 87 degrees on the left side, 89 on the right, so a little bit cold. He's messed up his start of the lap.
I think it's
will be carrying less speed into turn 1.
Let's see how he goes through turn 1. Looks quite nice. Gets it right onto the curb, riding that fully. Little bit of a lift just to make sure he doesn't do what a lot of drivers have done through turn 3, but he's
too much steering lock.
A little bit.
Needed to take a bit more curb there.
Yeah, just a slight bit hesitant maybe. But
I think Noodles putting in that fantastic lap has put the pressure on, and he's felt it. He's felt the pressure first.
I feel like a lot of pressure's going on everyone. There's 6 minutes left in this session. 16 drivers have no set a lap.
First seconds about to set a lap in the Red Bull, currently P5.
He's off.
Oh no, he's backed out. He's backed out and into the pits.
We have the other AlphaTauri driver now about to start a lap. Currently P4 at the moment. Can he take that further?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure why we've seen so many people taking that initial corner in 3rd gear.
It's traction control. He's a lot lower gears.
Oh, traction control and automatic
maybe
gears,
auto.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Oh, he nearly lost the back end then, but he's kept the car.
He dropped a bit of throttle application, which helped him out a lot. A 10th improvement as well, which is huge for him.
Great acceleration out the corner. He's got a car weaving in front of him on his hot lap. This must be putting off. Oh, and he's out the way. The Haas has moved out the way.
That's ideal for him. Now into the chicane. Drops it to second gear.
Oh, it's a good line though. Good line.
Very good line.
Good traction. Good traction on the exit.
It's now up to the sector line. It's going to be it's almost half a second up already. Could this be a time to challenge Noodles?
Oh, he had to let off the throttle there. He's lost a little bit of time then. Maybe a 10th. This is a massive sector. Gained the most time on the track. Took a nice bit of curb. We touch it again. Yep. Good exit. Oh, this could be a strong lap. This is a strong lap.
Could we see a first lap in the 23s here, potentially, is the question. As up to the line. Not quite. And it's a 24-3. Didn't find too much time in the final sector.
No. Slower than his teammates. First lap try. That's not a good sign. I think he can only aim for the second row of the grid now. Will he have enough time to put another set of tyres on and go back out? It would be quite close.
I think he just about will. I'm currently watching Carl Mack currently in P4, was a 10th up in Sector 1. Let's see how much he can improve on this lap as he's now heading to the timing line of Sector 2, and it's a 10.5 improvement so far. Maybe if he can find more time in the final sector, he could displace Adam in the AlphaTauri, who's just gone to P3, and as I said, he'd be one to look out for on the pace. How he's kept that one in track limits, I don't know.
Are we talking about Woxie?
Yeah.
Woxie. Yeah, you can really see the traction control saving him then. The back of his car would have been in the wall.
That is, P4 just misses out on...
You lose so much time on the last sector if you're running traction control.
That seems to
just
be
trying
where
to inspire you.
Oh, this Aston Martin's got a bit of traffic. It's not improving on the lap though.
Alright. I'll let you know when Noodles is close to starting his lap, as he is the current pole sitter.
We'll have a look through everyone, just seeing what people are up to. Out on the track, Harry Pell, currently P20. Carmack's teammate, I think he'll be hoping for a...
He's gone out a bit early.
Improvement. Maybe so they can back off the battery.
Yeah. The second place scoreline, AlphaTauri is now on his way out as well. So we've got about 3/4 of the track out.
Yeah.
Just
Harry
under.
Pell up to line P9 for the McLaren.
Good lap. Good lap, Harry.
Just missing out on the 24s. Which with F3 it'll probably be... Oh, Callum Pearce has binned it. And he's done a Mitch.
P5 to 9 will be a very close fight at this rate.
Yeah, everyone's getting on top of each other. As the first driver to start that final lap is going to be Blake Ward here in the Red Bull. Currently sitting 5th place. That's a 10th in Sector 1 already. He's going to need to find a lot of time though, to be fair. So we'll see if he can manage it. As
our current pole sitter has started the lap. I'll keep you updated.
Oh, you keep us updated on that. We'll take a look here in the Red Bull as now through the middle sector. Managed to get the exit of the chicane very nicely.
But a spinner in the last section?
That might be people backing off just ahead of the lap as it's a 10th improvement.
There was big traffic for Harry Wales on his lap.
Was that from?
His teammate failed to give a sufficient... Oh, that's the word I was looking for, sorry.
Maybe it wasn't organised.
Like it was a very awkward toe, close to a smash, if it was one.
Anyways, around the final corner for Blake Ward. How has this lap come together for him? Just misses out. Look how close that is. From first to 5th, you can say, really. Very close. As Harry Wales is 2.5 tenths up.
Where do you see this on his wheel?
In the top right corner, on the telemetry data that's loaded. If you hit T on your keyboard, you'll be able to see it, I think. As through the final corner, up to the line, what time's it going to be? Is it going to smash the current time? It's a 23.9.
Wow.
But in the AlphaTauri behind, Jerry's improving by 3.5 tenths. This could be massive. Who's going to be on pole here in round 1 in Abu Dhabi? He's got an Aston Martin moving out of the way. He's going to be on the apex potentially.
Oh!
That is sketchy.
The Aston Martin teammate of Noodles has just compromised a P2 quality lap.
Oh, he spun into the wall as well.
The wall. Wow. Oh, he's fuming. I can feel the anger with that Aston Martin that got in the way.
We got the other AlphaTauri on the lap. He's got an Alpine in front of him.
I think the steward
is staying out the way. I don't particularly know. I don't think he is. Half a tenth improvement. And
we got some racing. We got racing on the quali laps. Quite incredible.
I didn't think that's what we were going to see. Maybe that was an AI car? I don't know. No, that was not an AI car.
They've made the track a lot faster. There is a lot more traffic in the
Was
qualifying
the LP
session.
moving out the way? I think he jolted last second. I'm not really sure. Anyways, up to the line. And it's a 24-0, which means it's going to be P2. You're not going to be able to get
He's
pole.
nicked P2 off his teammate.
Yeah, he was on for pole there on that lap. Cool. Well, there's your grid for the first race. That was...
What's going to be fascinating is, will Manju and Skoydon work together in the first lap to try and take P1 or fend off P4 from them? Or will they fight like Hamilton and Rosberg back in the day?
I guess we'll just have to find out, won't we? But AlphaTauri looking very strong out the gates.
Oh, here we go. I'm excited for a smash. I'm excited for a clean race with no incidents.
I'm sure we might get the first one. It's more likely. Anyways, so here is your grid. Harry Wells takes pole by a 10th over the AlphaTauri duo of Schneider and Heavery. Carl Mack reigns off the second row in 4th, Blake Ward 5th, Bakalik 6th, Louis Dutoit in 7th, with Jutta Mender joining them for a full Ferrari-powered 4th row. Harry Pell in 9th with Callum Pearce in 10th. Those two were teammates at the start of last season, with Harvey Conway 11th and Jack 12th. Saint Lagrange Pete 13th, Mark in 14th, Elliot Savage 15th, Mike Atherton 16th, and then I believe it was Bjorn Rasmussen in 17th, and I don't know the bottom three. I didn't get there in time because
well,
I'm not used to
everybody,
20 drivers.
Grab your refreshments, get your drink, get your popcorn. It's ready to pop off. Tier 3, first race of the season, Luke. Are you ready?
Go. I'm sure something's going to kick off on lap 1. It always does in the first season. You've got some people trying to take it careful, others who are up for the challenge ready. They come together and it just, yeah. It creates some sort of chaos. Let's see what the tyre strategy is going to be, but we'll have a bit more of a look into that after lap 1 as we're about to go to the grid to get ready here for round 1 of GRS F3 as the lights are coming on now. And we're going to go to 5 red lights here in Abu Dhabi. And it's lights out, and away we go for the first round of the season. It looks like interesting. So everyone's spreading out, and it looks like Harry Wells is going to lose P1 into turn 1. As it looks like the other AlphaTauri, it's going to be an AlphaTauri 1-2 already. As can everyone make it through turn 3 without contact? As they're all, I think someone went spearing off into the barriers there. Oh, two people have got into the barriers.
Mitch and Maestro.
That's a safety car.
Contact. And what is interesting was the AlphaTauris both opted to start on the medium tyres, so they got a better launch than Noodles, who took the corner wide, missed the braking point, but he is on the hard tyres, and so was the McLaren. There's still a full run through of what tyres they're on, actually.
Most of the grid on mediums.
Yeah, most of it. So if Noodles and Wolksy can stick with these medium runners when it restarts and stay in their DRS, they'll be in it for a fantastic shout. The AlphaTauris will have to work very hard and work together to break that DRS as soon as possible. They'll probably have to use a lot of battery on the first lap and hope the McLaren fights with the Aston Martin.
I'm interested to see what's happened there. I mean, it seemed like a few drivers in the midfield sort of went. I saw a Ferrari spearing into the wall, then Mitch must have just gone as well. There's a bit of there's been a spin.
Oh no! Oh, lobby host has spun under the safety car.
That's not ideal. He's been let through by a few people. I think they probably got an illegal overtake.
Actually, quite incredible. Stooge, who took the ultimate risk starting on the soft tyre, has already got a penalty.
I felt like that was a weird game applied penalty. He's gone to the pit lane already. Maybe he's got damage. I'm not quite sure.
He may have got a penalty for a collision if it was the bad enough. It would have had to be quite incredible.
I saw as soon as the safety car released, there was a slight tap from someone hitting a McLaren, I think. And maybe that could have been the cause. Everyone else stays out though, so no one else has got damage.
Let's take a moment to say well done to Angry Danish Boy. He's just made up a position. My teammate in a different league. We will not advertise here.
Yeah, Mitch has informed us that he went from last on the grid into 10th place before he speared it into a wall, despite lifting into the corner.
Oh, so he's lost the traction. It wasn't a collision. I think the nerves might have got to young Snake player.
It's unfortunate for them, as now everyone's on medium or hards. And it looks like the Alfa Romeo at the back going for hard tyres. Maybe. Can he extend those 28 laps? Could be doable, to be fair.
That's quite a risk, thinking there won't be another safety car.
There'll definitely be another safety car, but safety car, but he should be able to extend them for, you know, a good proportion of time.
I hope everyone is being respectful in this field and not backing each other up, because what we don't want to see is any damage under the safety car or anyone's race being ruined.
Good start for the AlphaTauris, I'll say that, as they've got themselves into right where they want to be. Same for the McLarens as well, currently sitting 4th and 6th place.
That was a massive, massive first corner for them. Completely agree.
Yeah, Harry Pell in the McLaren has jumped up 3 places, I believe, yeah. So let's have a look at the position changes. Harry Pell up 3, Harvey Conway in the Aston Martin from 11th on the grids up to 8th. Staying in the Alfa Romeo from 13th to 9th. Elliot Savage from 15th to 10th, and his teammate from 17th to 12th. So Williams both up 5 places.
Absolutely incredible. They couldn't have asked for anything better.
Yeah.
5 positions each. I bet the team principal of Williams is laughing.
I'm interested to see the front 5 from Quaddy, who were all very close, are still exactly where they were. So, I mean, let's find out what's going to happen.
Before the safety car restarts, let's get your opinion, Luke, as a tier 1 driver. What would you and your teammate, what was your plan here?
If we were the AlphaTauris, I assume.
If you were the AlphaTauris, sorry for not making that clear.
Yeah, just make. Oh, that's a spin nearly. Oh, he's kept
what
that well.
What has happened there?
Just trying to get a bit of heat into the tyres, and it's just that was close.
I thought he was done. I think Harry there could have actually snuck past, but showed a good bit of sportsmanship.
Yeah, safety car's in this lap. But yeah, if I was in this situation, I'd coordinate the restart, make sure the other person knows where I'm going to go, and then just maximise that start, work together, get out of the DRS range of the hard runners behind while you can, while you've got the extra performance in the tyres, and then just run your race from there, really. How
much battery would you be willing to use to get out of that?
Just to get out the DRS, really. Just make sure both of you clear that gap. As there's a bit of position changing going on further down, but we'll stick to the front here, watching what's going to happen.
I'll be interested. Is there any chance we can see the onboard of P1, 2, and 3 to see their tyre temps? Oh, have they gone? Have they gone?
Nope, no. Not quite.
I'll be interested to see. Let me have a look here.
They're 70s on the rears for our leader. It's about 80 for his teammate behind. Anyways, we are going right up to the line. Hello. This is going to be a chaotic restart, I'm sure, as the AlphaTauris have gone. I think they've coordinated this to try and just make sure people can't get around. Harry Rails runs wide in the Aston Martin. That's going to invite Carl Mack through.
He's had to back out. And now he's in trouble from the Red Bull and the other McLaren behind.
So Red Bull's going to put the battery on. There's a yellow flag behind, and I'm not sure what that is for, as it's going to be an overtake for the Red Bull driver, moving up into 4th place, and Harry Wales under a lot of pressure here in the Aston Martin off of this restart. Making that mistake has been costly, but he's going to be looking for a move back on the Red Bull potentially. I don't think he's going to be able to send it.
Oh,
he's gone for it.
Oh, he's left just enough room.
And is it going to be a move done? I tell you something, Harry Pell's looking right on the back of this as well. He's trying to get involved. But he's just not got the straight line speed to get alongside. They're still going to be side by side though. Got a great view on board with the McLaren behind here. As Harry just gets his car in front, but Harry Powell's there going to try get an overtake on the Red Bull as well. Everyone jostling for positions here. Is he going to go down the inside? No, he's not. A smart move from the McLaren driver.
Great race in there between the Aston Martin
and Red Bull.
However, for the AlphaTauris, they've still got the McLarens sitting in the DRS, and he looks quite comfortable.
Yeah, I tell you something. Jerry needs to get a move on a bit. I mean, he's getting 3 attempts there at the final corner. But, that's running wide for Carl Mack. People seem to be just overshooting turn 1 a bit. As there's a spin. And that is our race leader.
P1 is gone. And that puts Harry back into
P3. And Jerry takes the lead of the race. Carl Mack second now. But Harry's going to need to get a move on. Get into that DRS. As he's only got 1 lap to do that before they can sort of just leave him, if anything. As everyone's really getting the battery usage up now. And
I think Harry's realised this. He might have to play his race longer and not rely on the DRS here.
Yeah. That's definitely
Wolksy looks quick. Wolksy looks quick, but he's not in the DRS.
Yeah, not quite. He's dropped out. There was the Red Bull of Blake Ward down the inside, maybe. Harry runs a bit wider to make sure the Red Bull's left room on the inside, just in case he's going to go for the move. And I don't think he's going to
take a very interesting line there.
Yeah. There's a spinner in the Mercedes. That is Callum Pearce, who's going to drop down all the way to 16th place there, it seems. And that is not ideal for him. As Harry Pell running a bit wide there in the McLaren. As fastest lap goes to Gary Hevery in the AlphaTauri. Managed to bridge that gap to DRS as it will now be enabled. As Carl Mack runs wide at turn 1 again.
Harry's gone wide.
Carl Mack's gone into the barriers! Is that him out the race? No, his front wing's gone though. And another driver at the front has been caught out by that corner again.
The Red Bull might try and make a move here. Now the DRS is re-enabled. He took the corner a lot better.
He's got the battery on. This is going to be it, yeah. But look at the gap at the front now. 3 seconds.
Noodles has backed out.
Yeah, and that's going to be P2 now for Blake Ward in the Red Bull, which is where he'll want to be on those medium tyres. He just needs to make sure to keep in front of Harry Wales here, who does have DRS to try and get back past him, taking a very tight line, trying to just make it as awkward as possible for Harry to follow in the slipstream. And he's going to keep that position.
P11 is making a move on P10.
Yep, I've just got that completely all wrong, and it looks like the Red Bull just backs out there. And that is Louis. He was all the way down in 18th off the restart, by the way, and he's already got back to P10. So he's flying in the Alfa Romeo on those hard tyres. And definitely one to look out for, as the gap at the front has been cut by half a second already. So I'll tell you something, the Red Bull making his way up into P2 is now on the charge here. And that'll be interesting to see if that gap's going to keep coming down or not. There's a 5-second penalty for speeding into the pit lane. There's 2 drivers into the pits.
McLaren and the Williams. The Aston might have a move on P5 here.
He's going to put the battery on, but it looks like the Haas has just got
really
good straight line speed. Might even be putting Harry Powell under pressure in the McLaren. Not quite.
It's just getting interesting now.
That's the Haas gone. That is just a bit too greedy on the throttle, I think.
Just drove back onto the track.
He's
lucky he ghosted there.
That must have been terrifying for oncoming cars. Seeing that, that's going to drop him down to P11. A lot of mistakes here in this first race. Everyone just seems to be a bit over aggressive, maybe on the throttle. Maybe
we've got a few people flashing.
Yeah. Battery levels are not great for some people.
The Haas in P11 might be able to take P10. He seems to have a lot better traction.
We'll have to see.
I'm not sure if the Red Bulls took some sort of damage as well, but he seems to be very unstable on his corner exits.
Managed to get a good one there though. Let's see out of turn 1. Oh, it looks alright. I think maybe just a mistake or two in the corners prior cost him.
Here we go, he's got, oh no, is he going to do the Verstappen?
He's put the battery on early, and he's going to go down the inside here for Bakalik, and it's going to be a switchback.
Oh, yes, then he's
Red
going to make
Bull.
a move onto the McLaren, P4 into the chicane.
I'll quickly talk to this. He's going to go for the switchback. He's left his battery on through the corner. That's going to be a bit sketchy. Oh, he's
so
just
much
speared
action.
into him, and that's taken the Aston Martin out.
Oh no.
And that's an
There's a
Aston
fight
Martin
between
on
the
the
Ferrari.
racing line.
The Ferrari and the Alfa and P6 and 7 are now fighting into turn 5, 6, I'm not sure.
This is like turn 7, I want to say. I don't know, really.
This is where we need Hugo.
As it's side by side still here, this is going to end interestingly, it seems.
Oh,
It's still going...
He's running a bit wide there.
He's got the move, I think.
I would also like to call that a Verstappen special. Just like, no, it's my road, no one else's.
The gap at the front's come down to 1.7, I'll tell you that.
And Harry silently doing a good job, just following the Red Bull, taking the DRS off the medium runner, and really setting himself up. It's been a fantastic position to win this race.
I'm interested to see how things are going to unfold. We've got a fight for P10 here.
Yeah.
And this is between Stain and Mike. These two fought a lot on track last season, actually.
Oh, SLG really messed his exit up there. Had a bit of oversteer and then run onto the curb. He won't be making it this time.
Yeah, it's going to take him a bit longer. He'll have to go again, but he's just sticking to the DRS, which is fine.
Mixidiloo, or P7 nearly ran into the back of P6. Quite incredible.
There's another driver in the pits, that's Harvey Conway, who we saw had that contact. I think he got potentially rear wing damage from that, which is not ideal. Rear wing damage. Oh, that's a spin from the Ferrari. And another one as well right behind him. There's two cars right in there.
Oh. Well,
everyone's just a bit
nervous.
They've got the spin fever today, yeah, potentially a bit of nerves at this first race.
It's a marathon, not a sprint. It's better to lose half a tenth for that than risk spinning.
Tell you something I'd like to mention again. I mentioned this earlier. Louis Dutoit, he was already up to P10. He's now up to P7 in the Alfa Romeo from the back of the grid after the safety car, and isn't too far off the cars in front. Maybe could go on a charge to go and catch up to them, as Blake Ward has got into DRS. So the front three are now all going to be together. As there's another spin for Adam in the AlphaTauri, that's going to drop him down. As
he's having a disaster.
An Alpine retired from the race as well. That is a VSC.
Oh, that's just saved the Alpine in P1 because the Red Bull was making ground. Is it a full VS? Is it only VSC?
Yeah.
What time do you reckon the tyre swap over happens? Where do you reckon the mediums are now worse than the hards?
I think it's about it's about the crossover point. Although the safety car laps might make it, so the crossover's in maybe 1 or 2 more laps, I'd say.
Good point. Well, Harry's got to be happy with this. Would you now dive in if you was one of those medium runners for a set of hards under this VSC?
No, because it's just like, oh, that's a lot of drive-throughs.
Was there a warning? Was there even a warning?
That's 3 drive-throughs. That's Callum Pearce, one of the Alpine drivers, and Louis Dutoit, who have all picked up drive-throughs there, which is unfortunate for them to have to serve that. Maybe it was a very awkward ending in the middle of Sector 3, I will say that. Maybe they should have waited until the drivers were... It'd be nice if it could be controlled maybe a bit more. Just wait until the drivers are on the straight, rather than restarting it in a really awkward spot, realistically. As Blake Ward's going to have to get back into that DRS. He's just about got to do it, I think. As there's another spin for Adam in the AlphaTauri, and he seems to just be really struggling. And maybe with the tyre attempts a bit in that portion of the track.
I think it's panicking.
Oh, Harry Wells is rained. What's happened there? He's lost 4 seconds.
He's lost 4 seconds, but he hasn't lost the position, which is vital.
Sure. As with another safety car, he can regain those.
His teammate should back up and give him a DRS. That's what you would like to see here. He's already lapped. Oh no.
He might get one, to be fair. I tell you something, these front two are very close together now. As they seem to be struggling a bit more with the tyres. Everyone's just backing off and taking it very easy now at this stage.
I think, yeah. I think nearly everyone's had a spin, so that's possibly why, except the front two. However, it will be interesting because the AlphaTauri has a lot more battery than the Red Bull. So even with the DRS advantage, you might not even be able to get a pass. DRS not as strong this year as in previous.
Harry Wells has gained a lot of time back already, which is making me think these mediums are starting to get a bit worse for wear now.
Yeah, he is using or deploying some battery now.
Can Red Bull get close?
I think he's aware that they'll be pitting soon.
Yeah. They can always regenerate a bit in the pit lane. As the Red Bull switches the battery on the exit of the corner, I don't think he's quite close enough though, switches it back off. And yeah, I think it's going to be these next few laps where we're going to see the pit window come into action, and we're really going to see the race open up once again. And well, only time will tell, as there's been a spin. That is Harry Wells' teammate.
Oh, horrendous.
He's not.
The Red Bull just took that whole section in third gear.
And no one pitched yet. I'll have a look at the cars behind. Does Harry Pell decide to pit? Ooh, he's completely cut the white line there. On the entry to the pit lane, which is not what you want to do. As once again, Blake's a bit closer this time, I'll tell you that. Just 4 attempts coming into the hairpin here.
Oh, there's some action, P6 and 7.
Well, we've got to move potentially for the lead here as well. Oh, there's yellow flags again. I don't know who that's
He won't
for.
make it. But what might happen is P6 might be sort of SLG sending it on the inside. The Red Bull's backed out. He's taken too much curb there on his exit, and he's...
Here we go, this might be the move for the lead. He's put the battery on. No, I don't think he's close enough. Unless he's going to go for some sort of send, yeah, no. Well, this race has gone interestingly, shall we say. As Dover just pointed out, the creative pit entry, as he's called it. Yeah, just a bit creative, shall we say. As all a bit white there from staying in the Alfa Romeo, and that's going to invite Sam up the inside on the hard tyres. Maybe those are coming to life for him a bit more now, as the front two are in. Not deciding to go for anything different to each other. They're just going to mimic each other's strategy. Harry Wells stays out.
Well, he knows the mediums can last 40 laps. He can pit next lap. Just push hard now.
All of the medium runners are coming in. Oh, the Red Bull nearly overshoots the pit lane. That was
big for Harry. He could push hard now, pit, and the undercut, he should be back.
There's a retirement in the pit lanes there for Harvey Conway in the Aston Martin. And
P5 and 4.
Hello. And that's out of the pit lane for Jerry. He ideally would want to be ahead here. That could give him a bit of breathing room from the Red Bull, who's come out right behind him again, and they're still going to be so close to each other. And well, will he go for the move is the question. There's yellow flags. That's just a retired car exiting the pit lane. He's going to go for it. And the Haas is going to brake later. And maybe a switchback. Oh, it's a really good exit. Yeah, that's a textbook switchback. And that is going to be
now the Red Bull's got to run on him as well.
And he's just going to use a bit of the battery, get in the slipstream and follow him through. So, well, it's good for the AlphaTauri. I think he would have hoped that maybe the Haas could have put up a bit more of a fight, although...
I think he knew. I think he realised they were fighting for P1 and 2 and
I think
got
he
out
just
of the way.
doesn't want to compromise his own race. They've joined the train of 2 more cars now in front of them. So they've come out into a lot of traffic, which, I tell you something, Harry Wales, if he knew this, he's going to be loving it as the Alfa Romeo dives into the pit lane. So they are only going to have to get past the Ferrari now. And that changes things up a bit. But everyone just seem to be in a bit more spread out right now, I will say. The race is starting to settle in to a bit more of a flow.
How long is the pit stop here? Did we know?
Not a clue. Like 24 seconds, I think.
Has Harry made a mistake, Hank? He's not
no, it's
that
not
far
20.
ahead.
It's not going to be that one. He was about 3 seconds behind, so maybe something like it. I don't know. I'd have to.
I was expecting him to make more time up than this. He's 1.5 on his delta for the lap, so those hards must be really falling off.
Here we go then. Another move for the AlphaTauri here. The Red Bull's not as close behind, so I think this is going to be P2 for Yuri Hevery on the track. The Ferrari's not going to fight it. However, that's going to create a bit of a gap of breathing room until Blake walked behind in the Red Bull. So,
P11 and 12 are fighting really hard on the exit of the chicane.
Bakalik out of the pit lane on the medium tyres. And, well,
we've had a change of position. SLG is up to P11.
These guys have been fighting all race, I'll tell you that. Let's see. I think they're just going to continue at this rate.
The Red Bull must make a move now. He has to make a move on this Ferrari this lap.
Yeah.
And it's got much better traction. You can tell his tyres are a lot newer.
And he'll be able to get into the DRS as well. Oh! Cheeky.
The Ferrari's got out of the way. The Ferrari's just got
DRS.
out of the way.
Maybe? No, I think he's just letting through. No, he's like, still going slower.
Yeah, Sam just waved him through.
I think he doesn't want to compromise his own race.
Oh, Stooge in P6 has had a very bad exit, and he may be under threat going into the chicane.
This is from the Williams on fresh tyres as well.
He's used quite a bit of battery there. Oh, he's broke on the curb. Williams broke on the curb. What a risk.
He's using all of the curbs. Not quite close
brave
enough, I
man.
don't think.
If he runs this next curb here into turn 7, good God.
No, okay. But yeah, I think we'll see Stooge just ahead into the pit lane soon.
SLG making a move on that one mark into turn 7.
Is Mark going to defend this one? Mark has been on those mediums a few laps now. And I think he pitted under the VSC to swap over to the mediums actually. And has found himself on the edge of the points.
Oh,
that's him into the wall and that's his tyre off. Is that going to be a safety car? Yeah, that is a safety car.
Has Harry Wales pit? No, but he will now.
And yeah, that's perfect for Harry.
Literally, that couldn't have come at a better time. He was going to be pitting this up, surely, unless he was going for a hard, soft pit strategy. Yeah. Oh, this is going to be exciting, the restart.
We got pretty much everyone's going to be bunched up at the front again. Surely the drivers behind pit for a fresh set. Yeah, it depends if they took 2 sets of mediums, actually. If they did take 2 sets, like, go in. As there's a drive-through for the Ferrari there of Sam. As Harry Wales going into the pit. It's going to allow everyone to unlap themselves, I think. No, not quite. This is going to be the Williams who'll be a lap down as... Yeah, Harry Wells jumps in. Oh, the Mercedes behind also jumps in. He could have unlapped himself, but chooses not to. Interestingly.
Where's he going to come
Blake's
out?
going to go in. Jerry stays 8 in the AlphaTauri. That's a split strategy here. Will it pay off?
Red Bull should only lose 1 position, shouldn't they?
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are staying out.
And Noodles is currently down to P2. That's not too bad. He's lost 1 position, and he's on fresher tyres and a better compound. What more could you want?
That's a time penalty into safety car for Sam in the Ferrari.
Oh, Sam's not having a good day. So the Red Bull did he lose 2 positions? The Red Bull lost 2 positions in the end.
Yeah.
So not ideal.
But it's
Both
not bad.
on hard tyres. No, especially the way people have been bunching each other up. You could probably make 2 positions in 1 corner.
This is going to bring everyone pretty much back together, though, which is going to be interesting. I'm sure we're going to see some fireworks off of the safety car restart.
The hards will be will only be about 6 laps old for the hard runners when the safety car comes in, so it won't be a terrible position, but
the mediums are going to have a lot more grip here initially, and it's only 11 laps, which is not a long time to run mediums, so I don't know, we'll just have to see what happens, because the mediums did start to drop in pace around lap 10, 11, 12, it seemed. So they might drop a bit at the end. So if the hard runners can stick with them...
Oh! Powell nearly went into the back of a Mercedes. Oh, I just realised there's a Mercedes
A lap down.
stuck in between P2 and 3.
Yeah.
That'll make things interesting on the restart.
They probably are, yeah, just a bit.
So who's in P5? The Red Bull. I can't pronounce her name.
Oh, someone's risking it. Sam's going in the Ferrari for a tyre swap.
It's a bit late. I think has he got damage? I'll let you know.
Yeah, okay. Or is he going softs? No, a fresh medium.
Just fresh mediums.
Maybe he's just getting the absolute maximum out of his tyres that he can. Which, fair enough, I guess.
I don't really know what he's doing.
I know he's got a drive through, so maybe he wants to be out of the way so he can dive into the pits safely.
Or he was hoping that the drive-through would be served by going into the pits now.
Yeah, although unfortunately it doesn't.
Big noob move. Big noob move. But we'd have Sam.
There's still 15 drivers left in this race. How many do we think are going to be in by the end?
Well, I'm surprised actually. We're 2/3 through and we still got 3/4 of the field left.
If anything, it's not been that much chaos in terms of crashes. It's more been drivers spinning.
Yeah. People playing too much throttle in the old little hill sections.
Yeah. Are we going to be restarting this lap? I don't think so. No, not quite. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. It depends how quickly the Alpine catches up at the back.
This is all about Harry Wales in the Aston Martin and Versengun. What's his real name? In the Red Bull in P5.
Yeah.
They've both got a fantastic opportunity for our podium here. It will be almost unforgivable in their current situation not to get a podium.
Yeah.
This is where you need the big personalities, the characters, as Roy Keane would say.
Yeah. Alright, let me get ready for this then, as we are going to be green flag running once again in this race. And is it another very late safety car restart at the final corner? The AlphaTauri goes, puts the throttle down and is away. And everyone just getting away fine. It seems Carl Mack in the McLaren's going straight for a move for P8 in this race. Brakes later And he is going to get the position, potentially even looking for a move on a Red Bull here as
Oh.
well.
Oh, big side by side through the hill.
Oh, there's been something's kicked off in front.
Red
Oh,
Bull.
there's an Alfa Romeo speared into the wall.
Oh no. Dude, just race is over.
I think he got hit from behind. I have no clues, but I'm pretty sure that did happen.
I don't know who to watch, if I'm honest.
Harry Wells is right on the back here of the AlphaTauri, I'll say that. Everything's kicking off all over the place now, and that's another driver at this race. Harry Wells in the slipstream, not going to be close enough though. Into the corner. And he's not going to get a move through the corner, is he? No.
Oh, Verstagen's had a great exit. He might take P4 here. Is he going to send it? He backed out. He thought otherwise.
There's a Mercedes ghosting in the way here, which is not ideal. It should be moving out the way from blue flags. I'm sure that's probably going to be reported. There's the front two have left. And yeah, this Mercedes needs to move out the way. Pierce, because he's kind of just impeding everyone. Oh, here we go, Harry Wales down the inside, and he's got the move. That's P1.
What a move!
The AlphaTauri Jerry's not going to stop fighting this though.
He's been watching a bit of Drive to Survive this weekend, reliving the Hamilton Verstappen year.
Oh, here comes Blake Ward as well in the Red Bull, and he's absolutely flown past there, but he's gonna still be side by side actually. Right onto the curb, leaving him just about enough room not to be off track. But that is going to be the move for the Red Bull.
It's a little bit naughty by S there.
And, well, I'll tell you something, the gap is just getting larger and larger to the front two at the moment. And Jerry's going to struggle on those hard tyres initially to keep with Harry Wales, who is setting the pace here.
He's at the DRS.
Yeah.
Just needs to use some battery now, make no mistakes. Oh,
fastest lap.
Got Wolksy
on the back of Elliott Savage here.
Elliott Savage.
And DRS is now enabled, so I think Blake Ward's going to be on the move ahead of Harry Pell.
Oh, and Powell is flashing in P3 with the Red Bull on the superior tyres.
Yeah.
He's had a good exit. Powell's in trouble.
And with the DRS, I think he's just going to fly past into P3 here.
And Savage is in trouble on the same straight.
Maybe we'll see a swap between the McLaren soon as well. As they are, well, Karl Max on the better tyres at the moment. Obviously, they might not be communicating.
Manju has got a good exit on the Red Bull, P8 and P7. And he looks like he's going to take it easily into turn 7.
He has done. And that is going to allow him to get on the charge after the top 6, but it is quite a lengthy gap that he is going to have to catch.
Well, Pyle's really struggling on those hard tyres in P4. You really do hope the team orders come out.
And Harry Wells sets another fastest lap of the race, and there's the team orders, I think.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to lose as little time as possible.
Yeah. And that has worked nicely for Kyle, who's now on the charge on the mediums. And off he goes to try and cause some damage, as there's a new fastest lap being posted by Sam, who after serving his drive through he's honestly not that far behind.
He can make it up.
He has got 6 seconds of penalties though, which isn't ideal. As will Blake be in the DRS? Not quite. But I think he will be next lap of Yuri in the AlphaTauri, as Harry Wells has got that gallop up to 2.5, which is just giving him that comfort room at the front. That's what he needed, really. And yeah, Blake's into DRS, so he just needs to stay within it until the DRS zones. And, well, he might be able to get himself up into P2.
This car does not look very stable in the rear. Sliding all through the last section.
Great I tasted the AlphaTauri sliding in front as well.
Pushing to the absolute limit.
Staying in the Alfa Romeo might be looking for a move on Mike in the Red Bull for P8 here. He's on the medium tyres. Using all the curb into turn 1 locks up a bit from that.
The Alfa Romeo normally has to back out a little bit on this hill section and doesn't get a good rundown, but the Red Bull has made a mistake, and
I think that's going to be it.
Curse.
It is going to be it.
Oh, no,
as Blake was going for a move as well. And that's a Red Bull up into P2. And now he just needs to focus on defending from Yuri in the AlphaTauri, as Karl Maxine going to be on the charge. After the AlphaTauri, he's got 2.8 seconds to make up though at the moment, so whether he can do it or not is another question. But I'm sure we'll find out as the race is currently heading through its latter stages at the moment. Lap 24 of 29 here in Abu Dhabi at the Gas Marina circuit. And it's not over yet. Oh, that was so close.
He saved it.
That was so close.
Big snap.
Yeah. Car did not want to stick. Those off-camber corners are the dangerous ones. The very dangerous ones, shall we say.
Especially with these ground effect cars.
Yeah. Harry Wells has got a 3.1 lead at the moment. We know Blake was very fast on the last stint. I don't think he's going to be able to catch that gap though, unfortunately, at this stage. I think it just took him a bit too long to clear through the traffic maybe, but I mean that's probably down to no fault of his own. There was lap cars interfering as well with the play, and well, under the safety car, which created those gaps, and I think that's helped Harry out quite a lot, to be fair. Just having that extra breathing room initially. And well, his strategy of starting on the hard tyres has paid off for him today, as we see a move from Bakalik in the Haas, who's now up to P10. And that means that all the drivers currently in the top 10 don't actually have a penalty. Interestingly as well, so if there were to be a late safety car, it would be an absolute free-for-all. But time is running out for someone like that. Oh, I've cursed it now. I've fully gone and cursed it. That is a 3-second penalty for the AlphaTauri in P7. That gap at the front's coming down a bit, down to 2.3.
Whole second.
Yeah.
Whole second in the last lap. If all the ERS difference might prove
that's
too big.
That's a I think that's more of a answer, something that he will have to overcome when he gets to it, shall we say.
Yes. SLG has been chasing this AlphaTauri for a while now and never seems to get a good enough exit on these corners. But he's had a better exit this time. But it looks like his straight line speed is just not.
It's not there. The AlphaTauri is just rapid in the straight.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something that didn't sound too harsh, but it's just absolutely terrible straight line speed.
Yeah. He's working in the corners though. He's managing to at least stick with him. He's going to have to try something unconventional. Unconventional? I don't know.
Unconventional.
Unconventional.
You was right first time.
Yeah. As we see a fight here for P11. Sam is going to move his way up into 11th place in the Ferrari. The penalties aren't going to help it. Oh, he's lagging a bit. I'm just going to put the Alpine off behind a bit. The gap's down to 2 point. It's getting into the like 1 second range now. Will Harry Pell be under pressure going late into this race? This is the spin. Babakalik in the Haas.
Oh, he's only 2 tenths behind Manju now, who had a bit of a dodgy last sector. Oh, it's close. He's been white. Oh, I don't know why he did that. He should have just followed him through the line.
That was an interesting place to try and move. I've never seen that one. Look how much
Yeah,
battery the AlphaTauri's got.
He had such a good momentum as well. He could have just followed him behind and actually had him on the corner.
I was shocked at how much battery. AlphaTauri's managed to stack up.
And he's gained, I think he's gained only a tenth on the DRS.
Yeah.
Not even that. Insane. That AlphaTauri is a bullet.
But he loses about a second in the corners. But speaking of it, they are catching up to Williams ahead as well. So on track they might be able to get that move done.
Red Bull's running out of time now in P2. He's got 2 laps to make up 2 seconds.
He's matched Harry Wells this lap.
I don't think it's possible.
Oh, there's a spinner! That's Jerry in P3. And that's going to drop him all the way down. That's a disaster for the AlphaTauri driver, who's going to head into the pit lane.
So he can retire instead of taking the points?
Has he got damage or something? I don't think he's retiring. I think he's just going to go for a new front wing and fastest lap maybe. I'm not sure. He's going for the soft tyres. He's going for fastest lap.
Oh, Sam's got a good exit. Coming onto the straight. Oh, he's took the curb. What?
And the Rebel in front gets a really good exit. Just from avoiding the curb.
The straight line speed off that.
Yeah.
And Sam's going side by side. Oh, that straight line speed of that Ferrari. Is it? Really seeing a contrast of setups. Oh, big lockup though.
And that could invite the Red Bull back. He's going to have DRS. We'll have to see, won't we, if he's going to be able to get this move done and dusted. He's going to maybe look to the outside. Sam's just going to move just before the corner to make sure that that is not a possibility. As the gap's come down half a second, but it is near the final lap as Karl Max picked up a 3-second penalty, and that's going to invite his teammate to have a last lap charge to try and take a podium here. As all Harry Wales has run wide in turn 1 there. Doesn't want to do that anymore today, otherwise he might pick up a penalty for track limits. But I don't think it's going to be close enough, as we've got a close fight for P5 coming into this final lap. I'll tell you that. Oh, that's the Alfa Romeo going to go for a move there. Oh!
Oh, and SLG on the last lap is off.
It's not what you want to have on the final lap, unfortunately.
Oh. Fuming.
I think he maybe got a bit desperate there. I think he saw the glory.
Manju catching up with Savage at a rate of knots. He could take him from over a second, 0.5 down.
Can he get it? Is the question.
Oh, he can't, can he? He can't, can he?
He can. He can.
Oh, he can.
The Williams is going to fight it back. They're going to be side by side. Oh, that was close. And the AlphaTauri is going to come out ahead. Yeah, he does have a penalty.
I didn't realise that.
Harry Wells wins the race. Blake Ward second. Karl Max is going to round off the podium for today's race. And it's going to be a 3-4 for McLaren in the end. As the AlphaTauri heads around the final corner. P5 on track, but it's going to be P6 after penalty. Sam crosses the line 7th. I think he's going to drop down to 8th though. He is. Jack across the line in 9th, but drops to 10th on penalties. Did Jerry get the fastest lap? Yes, he does. By a 10th. Rescues a point in the AlphaTauri.
That was nowhere near the disaster I thought it was going to be.
There was a lot of spins, but the contact-wise, we didn't see much. We saw some really good battles here on track as well. And that was great to see. And sets up the season nicely, I will say. So, who would you say is your driver of the day for today's race?
Oh. No, that's an interesting one.
You've got
I don't know.
a lot of people who did a lot of great things in the race, I will say. Harry Wales had the strategy.
Yeah, it's hard to look past the winner. You would like to say someone that's made lots of overtakes, but people in the midfield position did have a few spins. It's hard to. Yeah, I'd say either the Red Bull driver or Harry Wales.
And
oh, did he spin out in the end? God, that shows you how. I thought he finished P2 still.
Yeah, no, he did.
Yeah. I think him and Harry both that solid strategy. Started on the hard tyres, in amongst the medium runners, fought them, stayed in DRS, didn't really make big mistakes, and were quicker. So I have to go with them.
Let me get on the race director just in case anyone needs a race director to get any penalties removed that were unfairly applied by the game, such as weird track limits when people were pushed off track and couldn't really do much, stuff like that. And yeah, that was one way to start the season.
I'm taking it back. I'm going to say SLG as driver of the day, because he's in so many fights and he got took out at the end, which ruined his race. So
Yeah,
we'll give him driver of the
a
day.
Spin on the curb. That would have been P5 as well, which would have been yeah.
Excellent. Anyway, that's all from me.
Yep. So that is where we're gonna end off today's stream. Thank you all for watching. We've had lots of you who have come and tuned into round 1 here in Abu Dhabi. Tomorrow we'll be having F2, the day after F1, and well, if you want to know what's coming up next in F3, then we have Bahrain, which will be the next track for the drivers to tackle. And yeah, overall that's been a very interesting race and a good one to start the season. So that is all from us for now. Thank you all for watching and goodbye.